Hi, Dr. Joanette here on Grow with Dr. Joe. Today we are making chocolate peppermint cookies. These cookies are chocolatey, chewy with peppermint chips, peppermint frosting, and peppermint dust. If you like peppermint, these cookies are for you. Let's get baking and make our chocolate peppermint cookies. Also want to make sure you watch to the end for my Simple is Smart SIS tip on the most delicious frosting you'll ever eat. First, we're going to make the cookie dough. We're going to start with 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that we are going to add 1/3 of a cup of Dutch process cocoa powder. We're going to also add a teaspoon of cornstarch, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of espresso powder. Mix that all together. Then in another bowl, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of butter, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. Mix that all together with a mixer until it's nice and creamy and smooth. Add 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract. With a stand mixer or a hand mixer, mix that all together until it's nice and creamy and well mixed. Now add the flour that you had added the cocoa powder and the other ingredients to. Add your peppermint chips. Gently mix them in on low speed. And your cookie dough is done. Now it's time to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And take a 2 tablespoon cookie scoop to form your cookies into balls. Scoop out the cookies and place them on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Or once your cookie sheet is filled, then refrigerate your sheet with cookies. Once you've refrigerated the cookies, then you want to bake them for 7 to 8 minutes. While you're baking the cookies, you may want to rotate them from front to back at about 4 minutes. Continue baking for the full 8 minutes. Remove the cookies from the oven and set them on a cooling rack. You want to make sure that they are completely cool before you start frosting them, or your frosting will melt. To make the frosting, you want to start by first melting some white chocolate. In another separate bowl, you're going to take and beat 1/4 cup of butter and a 1/2 cup of cream cheese until it is light and fluffy. Beat it for about 2 minutes. We'll then add the cooled melted white chocolate. The chocolate needs to be cool enough to spoon into the cream cheese. Add your 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract and mix it all together. Place the frosting in a piping cone that has a round tip attached with about a 1/4 inch opening. Pipe the frosting onto the cookies in circles. Dusting of peppermint dust. Peppermint dust is simply nothing more than crushed peppermint candy canes or crushed peppermint candy. Here is my SIS, Simplest Smart tip for these cookies. This frosting has cream cheese, butter, and melted white chocolate chips, in addition to some peppermint extract. No powdered sugar in this frosting. It's delicious, sets up beautiful, and so yummy. That's it for your recipe. Enjoy. Don't forget, click that like button and subscribe.